What remains after people die? What will remain after each one of us? Gravestones subside and become overgrown with moss, and it takes only a few decades for the inscriptions on them to become illegible. Even in former times, when no one was left to take care of graves, the ground in a cemetery was redistributed among the newly deceased. The only people who came to visit the dead were their children or parents. Grandchildren came far more rarely. Great-grandchildren almost never. In major cities, what was customarily referred to as eternal peace meant a respite of only half a century before the bones would be disturbed, perhaps so that more remains could be crammed into the cemetery, or perhaps so that it could be plowed up and a new residential district built on it. The earth was becoming too cramped for both the living and the dead. Half a century is a luxury that only those who died before doomsday could afford. Who can be concerned with a single dead man when an entire planet dies? None of the inhabitants of the metro have ever been afforded the honor of being buried, or even able to hope that his body will not be destroyed by rats. Formerly, remains had the right to exist for exactly as long as the living remembered the people to whom they belonged. A man remembers his relatives, his schoolfellows, and his workmates, but his memory is only long enough for 3 generations, for that same period of 50-something years. In the same careless manner as we all discard from our memory the image of our grandfather or school friend, someday someone will discard us into absolute oblivion. The memory of a man can last for longer than his skeleton, but when the last of those who still remember us departs, we dissolve into time with him. Photos? Who still has them made up these days? And how many of them were kept, even when everyone used to take them? At one time, at the end of every thick family album, there used to be a small reservation for old brownish snapshots, but not many of those who leafed through the albums could say for certain which of his ancestors they depicted. In effect, photographs of the departed can be regarded as death masks cast from the body, but certainly not life masks cast from the soul. And then, photos decay only slightly more slowly than the bodies of the people they recorded. So what does remain? Children? They can look like us. In their features we can see our own features miraculously fused with the features of those we have loved. Recognizing ourselves in their gestures, in the curve of their eyebrows, in their facial expressions, we will be moved to tenderness. Friends might tell us that our sons and daughters are like stenciled copies of us, that they are cast from the same mold, and this supposedly promises us some kind of continuation of ourselves after we cease to exist. But after all, none of us is an initial image from which subsequent copies are made, but merely a phantasmagorical combination, composed half and half of the external and internal features of our father and our mother, exactly as they, in turn, consist of halves of their own parents. Does this mean there is nothing unique about us? That there is only an eternal reshuffling of tiny little pieces of the mosaic, which exist in their own right, combining at random into billions of pictures that have no particular value and crumble away before our very eyes? If so, what sense does it make to be so proud of the fact that we see in our children this particular hook of the nose, or that particular dimple in the cheek, which we are used to thinking of as our own, but which has really been wandering through thousands of bodies for 500,000 years already? Will anything remain after me, in particular? What remained after the kings of Egypt, or after the heroes of Greece, or after the artists of the Renaissance? Did anything at all remain of them? And did they remain in anything? But what other immortality is left to man? So welcome to my Let's Play of Metro Last Light Redux. That was an excerpt from Metro 2034 by Dmitry Glukhovsky, of course. So let's get right into it then. Let's not waste any more time.
The Dark Ones came much later, from the garden's direction. The Dark Ones, huge, towering a full head over the highest man. Nightmarish creatures, creepy as a man turned inside out. Monsters born to destroy us. The word was they were incredibly strong and unnaturally evil, that with bare paws they could tear armed men apart. That's all lies. Truth is even scarier.
So we remember the Dark Ones. The whole goal of the first game was to get rid of them. We blasted them in Kingdom Come, didn't we?
Well, I used to live nearby. Before the war, I mean, up there. I was on the train when it happened. I tried calling my family, but couldn't get through. What the?
They're probably okay, right? Yeah, it's nothing. It's probably fine, right? I'm gonna go. Oh, there's nowhere to go. Oh, I see them. Let's see. Oh, God. Oh, no, that was a boy. Oh, that was a boy, too. That's a boy. I'm not going to fall for that trick. I'm not going to fall for your trick. Perhaps I have to. Oh, yep. You know what? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, and then a third time, shame on me. So big shame for that one. Oh, hey Dickless.
Artyom, wake up, Artyom. It's me, Khan.
Oh, Khan, I liked you. I missed you.
No wonder, after all you've been through. Listen, I have incredible news. A couple of days ago, I was near the ruins of the Dark One's hive, and I saw one of them, still alive. I immediately set out to find you, as you were the one they tried to contact, before you launched the missile strike against.
Yeah, rub it in.
Khan, how the hell did you get here? Get out, now!
Yes, Ullman, one moment. If a Dark One has survived, it is vital that you try to speak with it, Artyom. I realize that, as one of the Order now, you report to Miller. But we must persuade him to allow this mission.
Khan, I told you to get out! This is a classified base. You shouldn't even be here. I'll take you to Colonel Miller. Follow me, Artyom.
Get ready, Artyom. I'll be waiting at the exit.
Move it, you windbag.
You windbag.
I knew a smoker once. During the last year of his life, he had to eat, drink, and breathe for a tiny hole.
Well, I'm gonna need the essentials. My booklet. My lighter. And that's all. Let's I'll copy a Metro 2033. So I said that I was going to get caught up on my Metro reading, and I did. And 2035 has nothing to do with Last Light. 2034 may have some things that come up, but I will get to that when we get to it. Oh yeah, I can touch my touchpad. What are you up to? Oh, he's just rocking out in his Russian tank top. Cool room. What's going on, 6? Oh, you're a guns nut. This is my buddy Ian. He's a guns nut.
Привет, Artyom. Artyom was one of the men who found these Sikhs. They gave him a ranger's badge on the spot.
Yeah, that's nice for him. I had to spend 2 years as a cadet before they accepted me into the order.
Well, anyway, where were we? I suppose it's nice down here since they got the reactor working.
Sorry about your leg.
But still, it doesn't feel right. Like, it's too damn good, you know?
So let's take in the atmosphere of this place, because these games always have really great atmosphere in their stations. These guys are clearly up to really important things. Things beyond my understanding. Same with these guys. They're also clearly up to very important things. Oh, yep, get caught up on Metro 2034. Oh, it's barely... How... Like, there's... With a door that opens like this, You barely have any room to get in here and close the door. This should be a swing out door. Ugh. Russia, come on, get your shit together. See, look, how are you supposed... Well, I guess in this one you got a bit more space. Not that I can get in here. I'm not even allowed. What are you saying, bald man?
Look at those two rookies. Pathetic. No wonder the Kona ordered training time double.
Sorry, your subtitle got cut off by another one. But that little glowing we're seeing on occasion is not Artyom having a stroke.
Damn, good jobs like that.
Or rather, I mean, I guess it could be, but it means that I've gotten good boy points. And that will determine the ending. Much like the last one. And I don't...
Heard about what you did. Respect, man.
Oh, thanks. I've played this game before, much like I did play Metro 2033 before. And well, let's strum this too. You get bonus points for that. There's a trophy for strumming every instrument in the game. But yeah, there's a good boy points ending, and I played this before and I didn't get it. And if I don't get it this time around, well, I'll YouTube it for us.
Welcome to the armory. I hear you're a ranger now, huh? We must get a drink sometime to celebrate. For now, let's get you a...
But I mean, that's far into the future. Let's not worry about that now.
You're going to need a gas mask.
Well, duh.
You can't make a step on the surface without a gas mask. It's been 20 years and the radiation's still strong enough in some places to boil water. There are hot spots down here in the metro, too. Don't forget filters for the mask. Sure, it looks cool enough even without these, but they definitely make it better for your health.
Thanks.
Now medkits. Well, what can I say? Anything you need for survival in a stylish orange case.
You don't really need to say much. I mean, this is the second game. It's a continuation of the first.
Here's your advance salary for this month.
I know
Your pay is in military grade rounds.
I guess I'm not even really new as a player either, because this is the second game.
But saving them to buy guns, attachments, regular ammo and equipment for merchants anywhere in the metro seems like a smarter move.
Okay.
All right, now to the good stuff, huh? Let's get you some guns. Take the ones you want and try them out on my range.
Can I turn this to get more? Oh, it's just like this. So for this slot... What I want is one of those pumping ones. Oh, you're not one of... It's like silent, right? That's what I want. Alright, well, it doesn't seem that I can get one of the air pump guns quite yet. Which sucks, because I really like those. I didn't like them the first time I played this, but they grew on me. You know, it's classic and it's reliable. Let's go ahead and grab that. Can I customize it? You got bonuses for me? Yeah, sure. Just give me all the things. That was a rapid fire. That'll give me a shotgun too. Oh, kinda... Yeah, I guess. Sure. And I'm gonna leave this slot empty so I can pick something up as I go. Alright.
Try shooting for the center of the regular dummy's chest. Good job! Now shoot the armor dummy. Notice the difference? It's going to take you 4 bullets to penetrate that armor. Look for spots when you're shooting an armored target. Try headshot. That's a critical hit. Notice the difference? Those are the basics. You can keep practicing if you want, or head on up.
Oh yeah, give me them Tropalitos. I earned it. Those gunshots are super noisy. Why are guns so dang loud, America?
How was that gun? Like it? Want to try another gun? I have a fine selection.
No, I'm good. I'm alright. I'm gonna help myself to this ammunition. And I'm just gonna head out, I guess.
We're gonna get irradiated here, damn sure.
No way. This is clear. It means the part where they've checked it.
Miller's calling the group leaders in. There's going to be a big assembly. Please, let me smoke in peace. I was on duty.
Another way to get good boy points is to actually listen to conversations.
Seems like there's all kinds of things stirring up.
There's because I hadn't gotten the good ending last time I played this. Last and first time. This is only my second time playing this. I looked up how to get the good ending and like all the different things you can do. And there's a couple choices that can be made throughout the game that have a huge impact on it, and then just a lot of other things that have a small impact on it. Cool mask, dude. Those my boys.
Pay no attention to this clown, Alex. Open the gates.
Have you heard about Lesnitsky?
What are you talking about?
Check with the guards at the lab.
What the hell did he do?
I'm not seeing any collectees yet.
Alright, let's go.
There's nothing I could have picked up yet. Alright, we're going.
The tombs of ancient kings were filled with whatever they might need in the afterlife. Weapons, gold, chariots. They'd sacrifice their wives and slaves to serve their lords even in death. Reminds me of this bunker.
Cut that shit out.
The things in D6 are like what the Conqueror took with him beyond the grave. Gold steel, and wild steeds, and treasures untold. Of course, the Tomb Raiders would always die horribly, killed by demons or ghosts, or their own greed.
Khan, will you shut up or what?
He's just full of information.
Lesnitsky did something.
It's his information purses are bursting at the seams. It's burning a hole in his brain pocket.
Opened and the lab ransacked. Lesnitsky was gone.
Shit! So, what's inside?
Chemical weapons, maybe some other shit. That's all I heard.
God damn it. The Colonel's going to tear me a new one because of Lesnitsky. A red-hot poker right into my soul. If I still have it. Alright, let's go.
Khan's got nothing to say about souls. That surprises me.
We might control these cities.
The kick top.
It's like a damn city down here. All the bunkers,
Yeah, just
the
walk
nooks,
right through me, it's
the
fine.
exits. Still, a base the order dreamed of finding.
One of these was lighter, right? Oh, triangle puts it away. What was yeah, I don't have these things, and I don't remember what later was. What's going on with you guys?
Anyone know what the buzz is about?
Oh, you're playing cards.
I hear the Reds are mobilized.
I thought you just had a shy stance. You guys? Oh, you're playing guns. Okay. I'm not good at either games.
Take these guys to Miller. They've been summoned. Alright, go on in. I'll wait here. When you've gone, I'll speak to Miller.
Alright, thanks. Thanks, Ullman. For someone that seems super reluctant, you've been playing along very nicely.
Of the Dark Ones may have been humanity's worst mistake. What if they meant us no harm, but were trying to communicate? Perhaps the severe pain and loss of consciousness suffered in their presence just meant we were incompatible. Machines with different wiring. But somehow you, Artyom, have the common wire.
Oh, I remember this place. It was a shithole last time we were here.
People died at exhibition. Your home station. Hunter, the best of the Order, is most likely dead as well. And he taught you this. If we don't fight for our lives in this new world, we'll be devoured. It is the law of evolution. But I would argue, the old laws no longer apply.
I had good boy points for just listening to you talk. I wasn't given a choice. Anyways, this seems like a good place for a little journal entry thing to be just left around, right? Any of you boys stashing my journal entries around? I guess it would be pretty odd if you were.
All right, Artyom, and you, Khan, you have something to report?
Yes, Colonel.
Let's keep it short then.
I located the surviving Dark One at the gardens.
What? One of those things is still alive?
Luckily, yes.
Luckily! Khan, this is utter madness. The Dark Ones were the greatest threat the Order's ever faced.
Colonel, just give me a chance. A single Dark One is no threat. Artyom has a gift. I believe he can establish contact with the creature. Let him come with me.
All right. Artyom, go with Khan to the gardens and locate the Dark One. I'll send a sniper along.
Wow, you were pretty easily convinced.
Anna,
Not
Yes,
even a
sir.
little skeptical
Why would we need
that I have a gift. I can talk to monsters when no one else could, and he's like, oh well, okay. Since you put it that way.
Can't! It's murder!
Restrain him!
Oh, see, no, it was...
Idiot! You're making the same mistake that...
We're done here. Escort Khan out of here.
Con, I believe you.
It's your last chance for forgiveness! For getting rid of the nightmares! Ah.
Yeah, that nightmare was pretty awful.
Forget about Khan. Looks like he got close. Too close to the creature and lost his mind. Look here, Artyom. Complete the mission and get back here quickly. A war is coming, and I'll need every ranger at his post. On your way.
So, what are you waiting for? Come along, Rabbit.
Artyom,
Sure thing.
it's true that the Dark Ones can sense
Oh, it's all my fucking journal entries. I see it. I sees it. I must do what Hunter demanded of me, what Miller ordered me, what Anna expects of me. I must prove to them all that I deserve to be one of them, to be one of the Order's fighters, to dedicate my life to the protection of humanity, the protection of the Metro. This mission is tailor-made for me. I am the only one impervious to the influence of the Dark Ones. Perhaps I was born to rid humanity of them once and for all, and now that I am one step from fulfilling that task. Now I am one step from fulfilling that task, so why am I so uneasy? So that little excerpt I read at the beginning, I swear that was done in one take, despite what that floundering sounded like. I mean, I didn't do it perfectly. I think I fumbled a little bit.
That bullshit about making peace with the Dark Ones. I wish I had been up in that tower myself to see the missiles fall and watch them burn in their nests.
All this sexy talk is getting me all
Come
flustered.
on, Rabbit. Would you let those things into the Metro? Let them crawl into our brains so they could use us like animals. Maybe we could mate with them, so the children could live on the surface and feed off the radiation. Shit. You don't shake hands with the devil.
Please step away from the edge of the platform.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I got inside her. I got right inside Anna. Oh, there's her teeth.
Alright, hop in like a good little rabbit.
You ever get so deep inside a girl you see her teeth?
Well, we've worn this place out. Let's
Oh,
move.
I can get inside you again? Why don't you have any collision? I realized earlier you kind of moved close to me and I thought I was exploiting that, but no, her collision's just off.
Just a year ago, I stood on top of the TV tower and saw missiles rain on the botanical gardens, turning the flesh into ashes, smelting metal and glass. Nobody and nothing could survive that inferno. Yet Khan did find a Dark One there. Now my mission is to find and eliminate it. To finish what I started.
Can I oh, nope, she still got a bit of collision, but I can get really close. Anyways, let's stop ruining immersion.
In
This
the
is a good
past,
game.
trains were ordinary things, but now this monorail seems magic, doesn't it? Our kids won't know how.
Yeah, I didn't mean to walk away. I'm just looking for things.
And their kids will probably
I bet you there were
think
things in the
forever.
last level, but not now.
Alright, we've reached the station. This is part of the secret Metro 2 line. We haven't explored these tunnels. Can't spare the time or manpower. So don't wander off.
I didn't need your justification. I get it. It's fine.
I'll try to put some juice on the system and get the lights on. Use your flashlights in the meantime.
I think there's also a trophy
Right. You ready?
to
Let's move.
right, and from there, triangle. I think there's a trophy for shooting lights too.
The doors are closing. Good luck.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
we'll
try too hard for trophies, but
Didn't you and my father
there's just a
take
couple
the
I remember
monorail
that I'll
when
be
you went out
aiming
to
for.
fire the missiles at the docks? That's a good sign,
I
rather.
didn't realize that was
Maybe
the
we'll
shotgun.
have luck with this mission too. Power's working. Open the gate.
Oh yeah, illuminate all the spooky spiders. Break all these fucking lights. Thanks for all your hard work, and this is what I think of it.
Are you trying to piss me off? There's the lever, here's the gate.
Yeah, I heard you. I just want to know how to get my fucking lighter out. So I can burn all these webs. Because I don't like them just being here. Also, what's stopping you from getting the lever?
I'm not a patient woman.
Yeah, you're not a very competent one either if you
Great,
can't just
you
get the
did
lever
fine
yourself.
after all.
Oh yeah, I did fine, thanks. I did an amazing job pulling that lever.
All clear. Move out.
Good, that was important. That was important research.
All right. The map shows a collector entry point ahead.
Good to know. I can't loot these bodies though. Oh, that guy didn't
I'm
go
following.
out a great way. That's clearly a suicide. How unfortunate. At least he had his booze.
Get inside. Don't be afraid of a little dirt.
I'm not afraid of a little dirt, I'm afraid of what convinced this guy to shoot his head off. You have a pretty good complexion for someone that's been living in this place
Go right.
their whole life.
There's a dead end on the left.
Well, then I'm gonna go to the left. Is there nothing? No pickups or anything? Okay. Okay, I can jump now. When am I going to be taught how to sprint? I'm very impatient.
Shit. That thing's fast.
Yeah, it was pretty quick, I
I
guess.
don't think we'll run into anything
I'd be a lot
serious
faster
here.
if you could fucking tell me to sprint.
Great. The ladder. It's just a little more walking. Then we'll see if you're a rabbit or not.
If I remember correctly, there's a thing around this corner. Did it not say press the touchpad to use the lighter? Anyways, this is what I was looking for. But maybe the Dark Ones aren't the reason for this. It's troubled times we live in. The whole order is humming like a beehive. Once created to safeguard the Metro against any dangers, it inadvertently introduced a new danger on its own. When we entered the tunnels of the D6 secret military installation and found the vast sealed storage facilities, we thought we'd saved humanity. With the stockpiles of food and medical supplies stored here, with the functional reactor, we all could survive indefinitely, and live to see the day when the radiation on the surface goes down and we are able to go back there and make Earth our home once more. Oh, it's L. Oh, okay, so L2 is lighter then. And pressing both gives you the prompt to light the fucking thing on fire. Okay, that makes sense since, you know, it's on the left side.
Put your mask on.
Alright, square for mask. So when I played this on the PlayStation 3 because I bought it right away. Because I played 2033 before Last Light was out, and I was like, this is really great, let's get Last Light right away. And I was using an accessory thing for the PS3, which allows mouse and keyboard controls. And it worked well enough for the most part, like the mouse smoothing was good enough. However,
Give me a hand here.
It was really hard to navigate the quick menus, like the equipments and weapon stuff. It was a bit of a pain. Whoops.
Let's go to the main entrance. There's a good shooting position there. I can cover a lot of territory. You're supposed to be immune to their... what? Influence?
Oh, yeah.
I don't have your gift.
It says hold, but you really just need to tap it and then keep holding forward. I think one of the trophies that you can get coming up is during an attack you can get more kills than Anna.
The Dark Ones are so fond of you. They'll sense you or smell you or whatever the fuck they do and come from hiding. Just try to stay in the open so I can cover you.
Yeah, that's
or
what I
maintain
needed.
radio contact.
One of my mask wipe.
And if you have second thoughts, don't worry. I'll do it. Okay then. Good luck.
That's me waving goodbye. Nope, can't go that way. Okay, she went off to do her own thing. I don't really need my flashlight on anymore. Let's turn that off. Oh, I just needed a tick. That's all. Okay, put it away now. I don't know if I remember. Maybe I'll have my shotgun for now. Because I think I'm going to be fighting guys that get in my face. And if someone's in my face, I want them out of it promptly.
Something's still burning where the nest was. That's some fine wasteland. You guys sure did a good job here. It's strange. One could still be burning after all this time.
Yeah, we plopped down here.
Move towards it. I'll cover you. I see some kind of movement. Get ready. On the right. Those aren't Dark Ones. They're Watchmen. I'm working on them. Now, one more. That help was bad luck. Get ready for more. Another 3. Let's do it. This one's working. There's more in the reef.
Ah! Alright, fighting hard so I can just get that trophy.
Pretty much clean the place. How are you?
Hopefully
You all right?
killing better than you.
You're doing a decent job. Maybe you're more than a rabbit after all. There's something at the edge of the crater. A tree is blocking my view.